Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Ward Lucas.
For 33 years, Ward Lucas sat at our anchor desk and told the stories that took us to places most of us have only seen on TV.
We checked our camera suitcase at Colorado Springs this morning for the first flight into DIA. We waved goodbye as it headed down the conveyor belt.
He started out doing investigative stories.
Shortly after our undercover visit to the Bissett kennels, Wesley Bissett suddenly realized we were going to be doing a story on his operation, and he confronted us on the highway in front of his kennel.
Are you Nathan?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ward Lucas.
Why are you doing that?
Hey, listen, what I wanted to... You got an arrest warrant out for you, don't you?
No.
You don't?
No, not me.
You're Nathan, aren't you?
No.
He made us think.
This list represents a good solid chunk of all of the criminal population of Colorado. Look how far we got, almost to the 30-yard line in enemy territory. In other words, a total of 70 yards of outstanding felony arrest warrants.
He made us care.
Despite the oft-repeated rubric, the odds are profoundly against any one of these people actually making a difference. But that's wisdom from the head. From the heart comes a different wisdom, that being even a tiny part of a movement, raising even a small voice to a belief, actually can determine the course of fate.
He was attracted to stories about the peculiar.
$25,000, it seems like a lot for a 62 car.
Well, she's a Rolls Royce.
Well, show it to me.
Okay.
Take a look at it. Not exactly what you would expect, Josh.
He told us stories about our best friends.
We all get them, old girl. The gray seems to mark our passage through time. We try hard not to look, and then at some point, we have to.
He shared stories about his life.
In the nursing home, even the gentlest hands terrified him. He fought back sometimes, perhaps still waging that war from 5 decades ago. Always there were the flashbacks, the night terrors. Alzheimer's, such a strange disease when it strikes your father.
Ward never wrote in cliches.
Out in the barn in Scotty's wrinkled hands, rusty old farm machinery began taking on new life as animated works of art. A blend of welds and metal and lights.
He was an original thinker who told stories in his own unique way.
There are some news conferences that some reporters should never be allowed to cover.
The starting and stop is kind of rough on her.
Every good story has an interesting character with a beginning, middle, and end.
And then he tried once again to persuade me not to do the story.
For this story, Ward provided us the interesting character, and now we wish him well in the next chapter of his life.
How do we know when it's time to finally say goodbye? There's no good answer that really works for that, except to say that life is a puzzle. Just a puzzle.
His story and his stories are worth remembering.